You have Orpheon, which is the name of a club in the 1960s in Paris. This is a powdery, cigarette, smoke-filled ambiance in the 1960s in Paris, and who doesn't want that now? And this one is just, hey, I'm not trying to get you to like me, but somehow you end up liking this cucumber much more than you think you are going to. So, two fun fragrances. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. My name is 𝐁𝐞𝐥𝐿. This is a channel where we talk about fragrances and arts. I want to discuss my two latest additions to my fragrance collection, and they're both based on gin, and it's a very interesting and fresh approach to boozy fragrances, and they are perfect for spring. And the first one is Diptyque Orphéon, that was just released this month, and it's by Diptyque. And the second one was released this January of this year, and that's Kilian Roses on Ice. This first fragrance by Diptyque I thought was definitely purchase worthy for me. I've been given the sample quite a while back, and I've just been waiting for to have the actual bottle of this. So like all Diptyque fragrances, we have impeccable presentation. So it came in, so the bags look like this. So you open it by pulling this from below, then you find the bottle inside when you open this, and then in the bottle you have Orpheon, which is the name of a club in the 1960s in Paris, and then you have this, and then you have profiles of three people here who actually represent the owners of Diptyque, who used to hang out in the Orpheon bar. And the Orpheon bar used to be next to the original Diptyque boutique in the 1960s, and actually now the facade, the flagship Diptyque boutique is in the Orpheon bar. So this is a bar that is really well known, that was really well known in the 1960s, and what the perfumers try to do is recreate this ambiance where the owners used to hang out. And since we're talking about bar, the first accord in the opening is this gin accord. So it opens with this gin, icy gin and tonic accord, and lime, and then juniper berry. It's just opened so beautifully. And it's also fizzy because of the aldehyde. So it has aldehyde that kind of makes it feel chill and effervescent. So the very opening is just this explosion of beauty. In the middle, you have floral, jasmine, ylang-ylang, and magnolia and rose. That really makes for a very beautiful and sophisticated and sexy fragrance. It leans a little bit feminine. And then the base, you have tobacco accord. Actually, it's hard to think it's only in the base, because you start getting hit by the tobacco and the powderiness of the aldehyde very early on in this fragrance already. And the cigarette smoke is really what brings this fragrance to its sophisticated level. It's just very beautiful fragrance. And then the base is vetiver, cedar, and benzoin. that's trying to recreate sort of the polished woods that you had in the bar. So it's just all together. It's all together a wonderful composition for the 60th. That's made in honor of the 60th anniversary of the Diptyque boutique, and it's just hands down a very beautiful fragrance. I've been wearing it quite a lot, and I don't know if it has strong projection, but it's definitely a very, very pleasant fragrance to wear. The next one is Roses on Ice. This again is also based centered around a gin drink. In fact, that was the drink that I understand Kilian's wife liked, but the composition of this drink has been known for a very long time. You know, it's made with cucumber and juniper berries. So the opening though, when you think of the cucumber, can really shock you. It can be very, to me it was like, oh my gosh, what's that? And after a minute I was like, this is turning to be very beautiful. I am very, very impressed. And sure enough, when the cucumber and the lime and the juniper berry meets with the dewy rose in this fragrance, and then rests upon the sandalwood and the moss, this fragrance ends up being a heck of a beautiful, fresh fragrance, which surprisingly I just love much more than I expected than from the first sniff I had of this fragrance. Of course, the perfumer is Frank Volk. This is this German-born perfumer, and he's been instrumental to the creation of fragrance house like Le Labo. He's done Cento 33. He's done Ylang Ylang 49. So he is just extremely gifted perfumer. This is his first collaboration with Kilian, and he really went off the beaten path to do this cucumber fragrance with the rose, where two came together. There were two released, the 𝐿 and then the Roses on Ice, and this one is a fresher, feminine companion to the 𝐿 and a fresh companion. And when we think, and to me, this fragrance is very artistic, and I believe that even the perfumer also says that he's inspired by artists like Andy Warhol, who tend to take elements that are widely different and combine them, and even if they are familiar, just like we know, for example, a painting by Andy Warhol of Marilyn Monroe, we recognize those characters, and you know, he has painting of $, we know all those characters, but the lines that he uses and the light and that he uses just help us see those familiar characters in a completely different light. And I think there are some elements in this composition as well, when you take this cucumber and the lime and then you bring in the beautiful dewy rose in it, you really get something very exotic, something very unexpected and beautiful after you've had it on you. It's just totally different. It's a totally different smell that I don't have in any other fragrances. So when I think of this fragrance, if I had to think of a hot piece for it, at first I thought I was getting something like the Nighthawks, you know, at the dinner by Edward Hopper, where naturally you have a woman in her red dress. But I think what I got is more like, in the beginning, it's like the dance at Bougival, where it's like a little bit awkward and fresh, and you're like, where is this going? But at the end, it's a very complex composition, like the Singer Butler by Jack Vittriano, where you have the umbrella and love dancing beach rain scene, where all those things don't seem to be put together, you know. But then again, end up being a beautiful composition. So yeah, I'm just looking forward. I'm already started enjoying them. I think these are two boozy fragrances, like, but very fresh take and very beautiful take. This is a powdery cigarette smoke filled ambiance in the 1960s in Paris, and who doesn't want that now? And this one is just, hey, I'm not trying to get you to like me, but somehow you end up liking this cucumber much more than you think you are going to. So two fun fragrances for me, and I hope you enjoyed the review, and I would ask you to please subscribe, help the channel continue to grow, and put comments and let me know what you think of those fragrances. And I look forward to giving you more reviews. Until next time, bye.